Come again?
I'm called Dr. Julius Katerega.
Wait.
Yes, I'm called Dr. Julius Katerega. I'm the one in charge of this zero grazing unit. Now, as long as somebody talks about farming, what you should know, the hallmark of farming is feeds. And as you will see, the largest portion of this farm is mainly into feed production. Feed production and feed conservation, very key to a farm. What this animal, this you call an animal, but this is a living factory. It must have raw materials. And the raw materials into this cow dairy unit, a cow, is pastures, like you can see. We have all sorts of pastures. We have the fresh ones, we have the conserved ones, and all these are making raw materials to keep this cow healthy. When the cow is healthy, its physiological processes will go on well. It will give you the milk, it will give you the manure. And as they told you, that this is called a green integrated dairy value chain development. And it is our center for the uptake of technology into community. So the raw material that we have milk as our product, and the other product that people have been taking for granted is manure. And it's this manure that we are producing, and we are using in production of bioenergy, which is methane, and we are using it in cooking. The other key important thing on this animal, the way you see it, is the management. Management is so broad. One of the important aspects is health management. If this cow is sick, as long as the animal is sick, just know its production starts going negative. Its body condition deteriorates. Instead of seeing flesh, you see bones. Okay? Instead of it producing milk, you don't see any milk at all. And that means you are not producing. That animal is just making you losses. It's not making any production. So there are key diseases we pay attention to here in the zero grazing unit. One of them is grain overload, laminitis. It normally comes when people are overfeeding spent grain on animals. And animals develop lameness because when you overfeed animals, they develop a lot of acid in their stomachs, and now it goes into the other systems and results into that. But as you can see here, we are trying to balance the ration. We have dry, we have napier, we have the silage from which we prepare the napier. Very, very nice feed with a good scent, and animals like it. You can keep this for as many as 10 years, as long as you've closed it very well and enabled fermentation and prevented oxygen from what? From entering in. This decomposition always comes about if we have allowed oxygen to enter. So that's why I've only opened it today to show you, but it has to be in an airtight environment. So make sure that we manage metabolic disorders like that disease I talked about is laminitis. It is a metabolic disorder resulting from feeding animals on a lot of spent grain, like that brewer's waste, all those things, industrial waste. Then the other one that we are very cautious about, of course, as you know, is these diseases like foot and mouth diseases, which of course has caused a lot of shutdown in production. Well, in zero grazing unit, it's not something that is so scaring, but it is something we must make sure animals are vaccinated against. Then there are other very stubborn diseases like lumpy skin disease. This one where you find animals have nodules on their body. So that one we vaccinated against it, so that we don't have it, because it's a very dangerous disease. Like 3 of these animals are pregnant, but when that disease sets in, definitely we shall have abortion, because it was a lot of fever, and that's loss. So the other diseases, of course, as you know, you have seen many talk about them, are tick-borne diseases. You would ask yourself, how do tick-borne diseases access a zero grazing unit? On this pasture here that we cut and carry, sometimes stray dogs go and pass through there, and they can leave there what? Ticks. So if you carry that feed without being cautious, you can end up introducing the what? The ticks in the cows. You get the point? So that's how, those are the key main diseases that we pay attention to on a zero grazing unit.
We see you have Friesians, isn't it?
Yes, that's Friesian.
Why have you decided to have this over the other breeds?
Over these other breeds? Well, the Friesian cow is known for large volumes of milk. That's what you should know. And that's what people want. Milk in Uganda is about the volume. If you have them, you have milk. Yeah, and one, they have acclimatized to the environment. Most of the environments, they are doing well. Like you can know this area, they keep zebu, these small cows. But one of the things is that our farmers have seen, oh, you can also keep this one here.
How is the yield?
The yield, this one here, all these are heifers. All these are heifers. But we know when they give birth, we expect them to give us around 20 liters of milk a day.
For the first time?
Yes, because we know production is a function of feed, and that one we addressed. Then two, production is a function of breed. You know, this is a what? A Friesian. We know that production is a function of management, and management we have done it. So those are three major important things: breed, management, and feeding. As long as you have them, I'm sure we shall have that production.
Up to what maximum amount can a Friesian give you under very maximum management?
Under maximum condition. Like here in Uganda, most of the Friesians range around 30 liters. 30 liters, yes. But we have had some intensive systems where even people produce up to 60 liters.
The price of heifer?
The price of a heifer? This heifer costs you 3.7 million.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And normally they give it to you when it is 6 months pregnant in the market if you are stocking.
Thank you so much.
You first wait. So, my name is Felix Okelo, and I am the coordinator of Countryside Innovations Network. This center is called a PASS Center. It is Productivity Acceleration Support Service Center. It is a center for the uptake of technology. How can science, technology, and innovations be absorbed and uptaken to change the household? So this is where the community come to learn the science, they come to learn the technology, and they pick the technologies from here and take back home to change their household income. And so this is a dairy unit, but not just a dairy unit, it is a raw material production unit. Because the raw materials from here is taken to complete the whole value chain. For example, the dung that is picked from here is taken to produce the biogas. The milk that is taken from here is added value to produce yogurt, to produce ice cream. So the community come to pick the technology from here, and how it is done, then they also go and do it in their different places, in their house, in their household. So this is where their coordination is. So this place is linked to different households in the communities. They come here in regular basis, they learn, then they go and practice out in their communities. Whereas a follow-up is being done from here. Their files are kept at the center here, their data is collected and kept and managed here, and therefore all the time there are technicians here who are going in the communities to see, are they practicing the innovation? Are they uptaking the technology in a regular basis?